Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling?
Who's this clown?
He ain't Spalding.
Guess not.
Now, when a woman puts a man above herself, the universe pays her back in disappointment, okay? Now, this video is about Monica and her mother from Love and Basketball, y'all. This is one of my favorite shows. Not even shows, movies, child. My favorite movies of all time, okay? Now, you know we love to talk about Love and Basketball, you know? It's like the blueprint of black love. But like, if you really watch the movie with like a fresh pair of eyes, especially as a grown woman, it hits differently.
Hey friend, real quick, I don't think Monica and Quincy made it. We have not talked about this, but I don't think they made it. And I know they tried to throw that like real cute little, let me play you for your heart. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. You made a fool of me. I let you. Baby was cute. Oh, the baby was cute. And the little basketball goal, mommy, that was cute. But Quincy couldn't even take it when she had a good game and he didn't. You think this man could be married to her when she was going out and playing every night and he wasn't? Child, please. The minute Monica had an away game stretch, he dropped that baby down in Alfred Woodard's house and probably went to go see Connie Spalding. I'm just saying, because she seemed very much young and ready. Now, I'm an optimist. And see, I think that Monica had a season of self-exploration, and I think she ended up with a very nice man. Hopefully she called Boris Kojo's character, because he seemed to like her, and he was just corny enough, but still fine, and that's how I like my man. Okay.
Like, this wasn't a love story, okay? This was a woman learning how to settle, okay? Come on now, let's talk about that. Like, this was like a daughter raised by a mother who gave up on herself and taught her to do the same, okay?
So that's why we can't get along? Because I'd rather shoot a stupid jump shot?
You must always turn your nose up at me.
No, I don't.
Oh, yes. Female superstar athlete whose mother is nothing but a housewife.
That's not it.
Oh, don't tell me you're not ashamed of it, because I know.
Like, we really got to get into Love and Basketball, the Love and Basketball of it all, okay? Monica's mom, Camille, I believe that was her mom's name. She seemed harmless, but she wasn't. Like, she was actually, the cause, I would say, of a lot of the issues that Monica had, okay? Like, she wasn't abusive, she wasn't loud, but her damage came from, like, I would say her silence, right? Like, she dismissed Monica's dreams. She acted like wanting more from love, from life, from herself was too much, And like, when you grow up with a mom like that, and we're gonna honestly be real about it, you start to believe that wanting more makes you like ungrateful, So what did Monica do? She stayed quiet, she worked hard, and she shrunk. Like, she just shrunk herself, okay?
I shouldn't have left. Go to sleep. You should have seen him, Shay.
Mom, Cidra's out for one game. You got the start, all right? If the coach catches you breaking curfew, she's going to send your ass back to the bench. I know it's rough, girl, but you'll see your man tomorrow.
Everybody tries to make him seem as though he is Prince Charming, okay? He wasn't some Prince Charming, okay? He was a young man with privilege, ego, and options. And Monica was never his first choice. Like, she just wasn't one of the options that he wanted, Like, she just wasn't his first choice. He broke up with her, like, early on, and it was a mess, okay? He broke her heart. He ignored her pain. He left when she needed him the most, and still she waited. Like, she still played the damn one-on-one game for his heart. Let's keep it real. Like, it wasn't romantic. It was actually heartbreaking watching that scene, because when you put a man above yourself, when you make him like your entire world, the universe, like all of that, you try to make him number one, the universe rewards you, and it reflects in like your abandonment, being thrown back at you. Like, all of that gets thrown in your face, you get disappointed, you get disrespected, and you get left behind, okay? Monica's mom taught her that love means sacrifice, even if it costs you your identity, even if your dreams go untouched, even if your voice stays unheard. So Monica did learn to love. Like, she just learned to love the wrong way, okay? She didn't learn to love herself first.
When your daddy and I got married, yes, I had dreams. But I happened to have gotten pregnant with Lena. And then I had you, so I had put my dreams on hold.
She learned to love through struggle, and struggle love is not a real love story, okay? It's a cycle, and it's actually heartbreaking to watch. I feel as though I should ask you, what do you guys all think about this for real? You guys remember the scene when Monica was arguing with her mom saying that, hey, I wanted you to be there for me. And they were talking about, how she never felt her mother's support. And her mom was like, you always look down your nose at me because, I just didn't want to shoot a stupid jump shot or like a basketball shot. Follow me. I'm going to show you guys the clip. Remember that?
Yes, I'd rather bake a pie than shoot a stupid jump-up shot. If that makes me too prissy for you, then that's just too damn bad.
Camille, she's an upstanding woman. She has done what was expected of her, and she enjoys doing it.
Oh, yes. Female superstar athlete whose mother is nothing but a housewife.
That's not it. She wanted Monica to follow the rules the way she did, because a lot of women think that that's safe. But I love the fact that she shows her colors when she throws down with Monica in that kitchen. There is the love between the mother and the daughter. Love doesn't always look like this. Love is, it can go like that too. But you hang in there because that person is valuable to you.
It's ridiculous. It's not being a cater. So your husband can feel like a man knowing his woman's home cooking and ironing his drawers. Damn it!
Alfre just immediately came in, so dropped into the character. She's one of those actors that even when the camera is on you and they're off camera, she had real tears. She is right there with you, giving you even more than what you got when the camera was on her.
My family had 3 meals a day. They had somebody to pick up after them.
So to hit someone in the face, it really unnerves me. And you just play the scene. I knew I had to hit it. I knew it was going to get me. So I just had to and follow through. And after cut, it made me cry because it makes you shaky to do that. But I had to give her that fuel that she needed, and she took off with it.
I must have played in 1,000 games. And I can only remember you being at 2.
You had your coaches and your daddy and your body for that stuff. You knew it never mattered to you one way or another while I was at them games.
It mattered, Mom. It mattered.
I think Sanaa's performance in Love and Basketball was amazing.
That scene completely broke my heart because she was basically saying that, I just wanted your acceptance. I just wanted your love, and like, I just wanted you to, deem me worthy. And I wanted you to put yourself first. You always did some stuff that you didn't want to do for dad. And it just did not look good. Monica was basically telling her mom, like, you disappointed me. I wanted a stronger mother, not a better mom because her mom was present. But I think that she wanted a better example of a woman because she was looking for guidance. And when she was looking for guidance, she just didn't see herself in her mother, sadly,
You never stood up for yourself. Ever. If I was ashamed, it was because of that.
Is that really all you think about me? When your daddy and I got married, yes, I had dreams. But I happened to have gotten pregnant with Lena. And then I had you, so I had put my dreams on hold. My family had 3 meals a day. They had somebody to pick up after them. And when my daughters went to a dance, I could help them get ready. That is what I came to care about.
That's all you cared about. I must have played in 1,000 games. And I can only remember you being at 2.
You had your coaches and your daddy and your body for that stuff. You knew it never mattered to you one way or another while I was at them games.
It mattered, Mom. It mattered.
Like, that scene just completely hurt me, It really did. Now, if you're watching this and you see like a little bit of yourself in Monica or maybe in Camille as a mom, this is your wake up call. You don't have to settle. You don't have to wait. You don't have to play, for someone else's heart like it's a game, because the right love will ask you like to be yourself. The right love will never ask you to shrink or be less than. Monica wasn't Quincy's first choice because she was never taught, to make herself her own first choice. If you choose yourself, I feel like the world will choose you, not just, the spouse or a person. You have to first choose yourself. Break the cycle, show your daughters, young women, the women that have children, show your daughters how to choose themselves, like, and love themselves. The first relationship a girl has with, the same sex would be her mom, and her mom teaches her how to value herself by her doing that, by her loving herself, by her expecting more from herself, by her treating herself a certain type of way. Because her mom settled for her father, and because her mom put herself and her dreams and what she wanted in her life second to her father, she did that with Quincy. You can't tell me no different.
I know when it comes to love and basketball, the only relationship that sticks out to us is Quincy and Monica. But what about Monica's and her mother's relationship with each other? Remember when Quincy pushed Monica and she got her face hurt? Her mother was so disgusted and she was just like, look at her running around like she's just a little boy. The only time she seemed like she was pleased with Monica is when she went to the prom because she was dressed up really pretty, really girly, and her mother told her she was beautiful. And she was like, you really think I'm beautiful? During this scene, Monica's mom came up to her and she was just like, you know what? I always admired the fight in you. And she said, I must admit, it made me a bit jealous. So what do you all think about this relationship between Monica and her mom?
Like, she kept on expecting Quincy to choose her when she never chose herself, you know? Deep down, it was just all insecurity. She had a lot of insecurities. You was this amazing basketball player, all of these things, but the girls at school, you didn't look like them, you know? Even the compliments that you got, you felt very, like, you know, shy when somebody actually found you to be good looking or attractive, because I truly believe she didn't think that of herself, you know? Even in her conversations with her sister would say, you look like me, you're gorgeous, you know, giving her all these beautiful compliments and allowing her to know, like, I think the world of you. But Monica just did not feel that way about herself.
Yeah, brothers are lined up at my locker. I found you somewhere.
Found? That's some charity case.
I know.
Ma tell you to do
No,
this?
she did not.
Tell Zena. Who is he?
His brother from my college.
He's in college?
And he is fine, girl.
How'd you get him to say yes?
I told him you look like me.
Great.
Monica, you do.
Yeah, right.
If you were tore up, I would not be claiming you. Trust. You're gonna do something cute with your hair. Get you in a nice, sexy dress. Get you some heels.
I don't know how to walk in heels.
Hey, you just worry about playing your heart out for that recruiter tonight. You let your big sister worry about your date.
So she struggled with self-acceptance, and that was a reflection just in how things went with her and Quincy. And I think it came from her mother. Her mother, you know, taught her how to just not value herself. And I think that maybe her sister fell in her mother's footsteps, you know, because her sister had a baby in college and such. And I think that, you know, her sister was more like her mother. But at the same time, I feel like Monica deserved representation and deserved acceptance as how she was. And I think her mom and her wanting to have that connection or that bond with her mom, so much so, made her, you know, the type of person that she ended up being, waiting around for a man to choose you when you should have chose yourself. And you choosing yourself, and in you choosing yourself, you just don't wait around for anybody to make you a priority. You are the priority when you wake up. You are the priority when you look at yourself. You are the priority. And if anybody else doesn't think that, they do not deserve you and they are not worthy of you. That's just my opinion. But you guys let me know. Do you guys like think that that's what existed? Do you think what happened? Do you think that's what happened? Let me know. I love y'all. Bye.
Like, when I hear somebody being like, oh, like, I want that love and basketball type love, I'm frightened and I'm scared for you. Like, I actually rebuke that. Actually. It always reminds me of just, like, the first time I watched that movie and I was like, this can't be. This can't be. My parents are immigrants, right? So, like, all of the black culture and things like that I gained on, like, my own, like, from friends and other things. Like, my parents were never putting me on to, like, these types of movies. Maybe it's because, like, when I watched the movie, like, I was old enough and, like, I didn't have, like, those outside influences, like, telling me, like, oh, like, this is gonna be perfect, this is gonna be amazing, whatever. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I've heard people talk about this, let me watch it. I was probably, like, 16 or something. And I love romance movies. Like, I've seen every romance movie you've probably ever heard of. So I'm thinking, as I'm watching, I'm like, okay. At some point here, like, I'm gonna finally get the vibe that, like, he really likes this girl, you know? I'm not gonna lie. That dorm scene, they got me. They got it. Because throughout the movie, I just kept getting the vibe. I was like, oh, I feel like she likes him more than he likes her. And I've never been a fan of that. I hate that. And I completely rebuke that in any form of any media, books, movies, anything. Because what do you mean the girl likes the guy more? Please, no. So I already was like, okay, at some point here, like, we're gonna get some good, solid proof that he actually really likes her and really fucks with her. Like, I'm gonna know that she's the one he wants. And I know it's coming. It has to be, right? And then near the end of the movie, he's engaged to another woman. And then he makes her play for his heart. And, like, he plays hard, too. Like, he wasn't, you know, like, fake playing, you know, trying to be whatever. He played. And then she lost. And she begged him for a rematch. Oh, my God. No. This has to be a joke. Because what kind of struggle? This man does not fuck with you. Like, what what is this? Anyways, I cannot stand that movie. I've always had it out for whoever produced that, whoever told people that that was cute, that that was okay.
And do you actually think that was a happy ending to Love and Basketball? Be honest. Do you actually think career and ego-driven Quincy, who, mind you, in storyline-wise, had to dunk on Monica to prove his dominance and remind her, I am indeed the prize, before deciding, all right, I'll take her back? Do you actually think he's content with being on the sidelines playing daddy while Monica is the basketball superstar? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If anything, that wasn't the ending. That was a look. The movie been going on long enough. We just gonna end it right here. But trust, that ego definitely got the best of him in some way. In his world, he was always supposed to be the #1 basketball star. In his world, he is not playing second fiddle. And I'm not saying he couldn't have grown, and I'm not saying he couldn't have changed. I'm just saying I know athletes, college athletes at that. They always have that dog in them for real. You know, it's a cute scene, but I don't think he was 100% content with that. Like I said, the more and more you rewatch Love and Basketball, it's a horror story. It becomes scary. Like, and I always say that seeing it at 26 is really different from seeing it at 16 because it was toxic and make you think, you know, they just settled. Like I guess, but that was definitely not the end of the movie. They definitely had some more story to tell after that.